So we got to the unit conversion stuff yesterday, which kind of did a little bit in 4.1, right? And sometimes we can solve with a proportion when it's simpler and doing unit conversion method and get the same answer, right? But proportion doesn't, like if you have a lot of different units, you have to do several different proportions and it gets obnoxious. Like the one we just did in the homework, right? That, to do that with proportions, that'd just be a big mess, right? You have several different things that you have to cancel out. So unit conversion, the idea is you cancel all the units you don't want by getting them top and bottom of each other, right? And then leave the ones that you do want. And the stuff on top gets multiplied, anything on the bottom of the fraction gets what? Divided. Okay. So we did these examples here, right? I think we believe in this class we need to start with example 3. Okay. So read that over. What do we got? Bathtub, what about it? What do you tell me?
14.5 cubic feet of water.
It has 14.5 cubic feet of water. And by the way, you can write that as feet cubed with the 3, right, to the third power. That's what you guys know volume, right?
Yeah, times what?
Times height. Right, it's 3 things. You multiply, that's why it's to the third power. Area is length times width. That's 2 things, so it's to the second power squared, right? Okay. So volume's always in cubic units, yeah?
It drains at a rate of 4 gallons per minute.
Oh, so that's confusing, right? It has 14 cubic feet, but then they're telling us it drains at a rate of 4 gallons per minute. So I guess we're going to have to convert cubic feet in gallons probably, yeah? How long will it take to the nearest minute, right, to drain the bathtub? Oh, they gave us a conversion.
Thank God.
What's the ratio of gallons to cubic feet? 7.5 gallons to 1 cubic foot. Or what? It's the other way I can write that. Or 1 cubic foot over 7.5 gallons. Right? This seems like this is new to you. Like you can write, you can do the reciprocal too. Okay. So we start out with 14.5 cubic feet. And what do they ultimately want as your last unit?
To know how many minutes.
Minutes. So every single unit has to cancel except for what? Minutes. Okay. So we start with what? So 14.5 cubic feet, right, times something. We need the cubic feet to cancel, yeah? What are we going to multiply by? That'll cancel cubic feet. Over what? We need that on the bottom, so right? So this one, 7.5 gallons for 1 cubic foot. And so those will cancel, yeah? Okay. And what else do we need in here? We need gallons per minute. Oh, by the way, I'm sorry, the 14.5. Oh, yeah, no, here's another ratio. 4 gallons per 1 minute, right? Got to put that in there. Or how could you write that?
1 minute.
There we go. So we need to put that in there, right? Okay. So what do we multiply by? Well, we want to have minutes left and gallons cancel, right? So you are correct. Wait a minute. Ooh, then we'll have gallons cancel. And oh yeah, the middle will be on top, yes. So this one, right? 1 minute to 4 gallons. Don't the gallons cancel? And what's the only unit left? That's what they wanted. So you guys go ahead and work that out. You know what to do with the numbers when they're top and bottom on your calculator, right? Tell me what you get.
So 14.5 times divided by 4.
There you go.
Bless you.
27.1.
Let's just call it 27 minutes. Why not? What's wrong with that? What did you, whoa.
Oh, wait, the 14. I got 108.75.
Did you divide it?
Oh, wait, no.
He gave you multiply the 14.5.
Well, yeah, I got 27.
27 is close enough.
0.18.
Okay? All right, let's look at a messier one. There's no way we're going to be able to do this with proportions. I guess I suppose you possibly could, but hang on. So number 4, miles and kilometers, right? Which one's bigger? Anybody know?
Kilometers.
Miles.
Miles.
Has anybody ever been in Canada?
No.
You go to
I've been to the
Canada.
Dominican Republic, though, and they use kilometers there. It's kind
Yeah.
of weird. They
Well,
use-
what I'm getting at is on the highways in Canada, you might see a speed limit sign that says 100 kilometers per hour. Wow, that's really fast, but it turns out it's about 60 miles per hour.
Why though?
Why what? Huh?
Why do you call this so much?
Because it's-
They just converted to the metric system like 30 years ago.
I wish they would.
Anyway, let's think of that. So a mile and a kilometer. You can convert 1 mile into, can you convert 1 mile into equivalent kilometers? So they're going to give us some units here, right? So what is the unit that we want to have left, by the way? When we get done with this, what unit do they want left? Kilometers. So every other thing we have needs to cancel except for kilometers, okay? So 1 mile, we're going to start with 1 mile, but let's look at how we have here. So there's 2.5 centimeters per inch, right? I'll just write these down. 4 centimeters to 1 inch. I'm not going to bother flipping it, right? We already know we can write it either way. What's another thing they give us? What's another ratio they give us?
5,280 feet.
280 feet in 1 mile. Okay, what else do they give us?
100,
How many more?
100 centimeters in a meter.
Oh, yeah, I was like, yep, so there's 100 centimeters in 1 meter, and what else?
1,000 meters in a kilometer.
For the
One.
top one, did you write miles or inches?
Here,
No.
here, inches. 1,000 meters in 1 kilometer. I think that's all they gave us, right? Okay. So we're going to start out with what?
1 mile.
The thing I just underlined, right? 1 mile times something, times something, times something. Okay? Why don't you all see if you can figure out what ratios to multiply by? Because the first thing you want to have cancel will be what? The miles. And it almost doesn't matter like what order you do this in, right? You just need something with miles in it. And then you'll have to cancel out some other units, so you multiply by another one of these, right? Okay, so we're going to take a minute and see if they can work out, actually, with the final answer, they say to round nearest tenth, okay? So when you get done, just to the nearest tenth of a kilometer, okay? Foot, right? So there's also 12 inches in a foot.
Oh, 5.
This is confusing.
Okay, let me run through it here. So we want to go from miles and get everything canceled except for what?
Kilometers.
Kilometers, right? Okay, so what here will cancel out miles?
5,280 feet over.
5280 feet over 1 mile. I'm going to go ahead and do that, cross out the units, just the units, not the numbers, now, right?
Times 12 and
Now I need to cancel feet.
times 12 inches over 1 foot.
When on the bottom, 12 inches to 1 foot.
I just did it so
And they cancel. Now I need to cancel what?
Times 2.5.
Oh, I need to cancel inches. So I find something with inches in it. right?
2.54 centimeters over 1 inch.
1 inch. The inches now cancel. Now I got to cancel what?
1 meter.
Centimeters.
Centimeters.
Uh-oh.
Centimeters.
This one has centimeters on top.
1 meter times 1 meter.
Flip it. 1 meter over 100 centimeters. Cancel, cancel. Well, I don't want meters, I need kilometers, yeah?
Times what? Over 1,000 meters.
It's 1 kilometer over 1,000 meters. Now they cancel, right?
They only have 1 kilometer.
What a kilometer be km?
KM, sorry, yes. And then I'll get my, where's the calculator? Calculator. Everything on top I multiply. Do I have to worry about the ones?
No.
As a technical matter, sure, but it's not going to change anything. And on the bottom, I divide. So 5, 2, 8. Is that the starting one? Yeah. 5, 2, 8, 0 times 12 times 2.54 times 1, right? So now divided by. Did I get a key wrong or something?
Yeah.
Probably. I was like looking. So let me try that.
What's
5,
after
2,
the
8, 0,
Times 12
12.
times 2.54.
Yeah, 2.54. Now it's divided by what? 100 and then divided by 1,000. Yeah? 1.6 kilometers. You guys feel a little better about these now? Well, you're going to get better.
I feel like this way.
Wait. Friends,
Next page.
There's a B on it. I'm gonna do.
Exercise 5. Speed exercise, feet per second. We're talking about going like from feet per second to miles per hour. So we'll need to know some conversions, right? They want us to take 45 miles to 1 hour into what?
Seconds.
Feet per second. And again, they gave us, you should know this by now. We have a ratio here. 5,280 feet to 1 mile. And again, you can flip it if you need to for this procedure. What other conversions will we need? It's feet per second, right? Feet, we need to get to what? Miles. And seconds, we need to get to what?
Hour.
So we need miles per hour. So we need to know, like, how many seconds are in an hour.
Can you always flip the?
So there's 60 seconds in a minute.
Can you always flip the?
When we're doing this, we can, yes.
But when? How do you tell when you're not supposed to?
When there's an equal sign in between them instead of multiplying, like a proportion.
and who forget the people?
Would that be right?
So let's take it the seconds. How many, we need to go seconds to hours. Let's go seconds to minutes. How many seconds in a minute? 60 seconds, here's another ratio, to 1 minute.
Wait, what if that's 3,000?
It would, but I just want to so what's how many minutes in an hour? 60 minutes to 1 hour.
Okay, you're supposed to write it down.
Yes. It is done in your paper? What is it we're going to start with?
45 miles.
So 45 what miles what? In 1 hour. And what do we want to end with? We want what units left? Feet per second. Okay? I'm going to give you guys another try here. So we're going to multiply by something to cancel something here. And again, it doesn't matter which thing you try to cancel first, whether it's miles or hours. It'll still work.
We're doing feet per second, right?
We want to ultimately be in feet per second. Will be the only thing left. Feet on top, seconds on the bottom. Some of you started out canceling miles first. right? And some of you started out, hey, some of you started out first canceling miles, yeah? How many started out by canceling miles first? How many that started out by canceling hours first?
Wait, actually, no, I
It
did.
doesn't matter, right? Either way. Huh? So I'll cancel miles first. So I'm gonna do 5,280 feet to 1 mile. So now my miles cancel, right? I've got feet. I don't want feet to cancel, right? So now I gotta cancel what?
Times one
Hours.
hour over
You
60
can do it
minutes.
like that.
Yeah.
1 hour over 60 minutes.
So 1 hour on top over 60 minutes. Now the hours will cancel, right?
1 minute over 60 seconds.
So I need, 1 minute to 60 seconds. And the minutes cancel. And what are my units that are left? That are not crossed out? Feet per second. That's what we wanted.
66 feet per second.
So now you just multiply these on the top. That times that. Divided by 60, divided by 60.
I hate saying this spot because it's on, there's a bear on the side.
I'll fix that.
Oh, yeah.
Letter B.
It's numbered.
Current fastest human is Usain Bolt. Actually, this is kind of old, but anyway. 2009, he ran 100 meters in, 32.2 feet per second. Is the average speed. Okay?
That's not
That's
right.
not true.
Why not?
How do you?
It's not miles per hour, it's feet per second.
Yeah, you can run feet is not that much, girl.
Foot is about that.
Oh,
You can't run
Anyway.
that much.
They said, okay, they asked it where, how's this compared to a typical, how do you measure car speed in what units?
Miles per
Miles per hour, right? So these are the units that we want to have left. So what are we going to start with?
For our conversions or just your
32.2 feet to 1 second. And we want to end up with what? Miles per hour. Do we have some conversions we can use? I'm going to write them again. They're up here in part A, right?
So times 60.
Now you just do it on your own without letting the cat
So we're using-
out of the bag.
We're using the top.
What?
You use it, right? Well, when they work, you got feet and miles and seconds and
Oh,
You
hours.
never gave us any of them.
It's spring.
Oh.
You don't know there's 60 seconds in a minute?
wow. Oh, never
I
mind.
should have to give you that. And I did give you a conversion chart, by the way. It's got the mile thing on it. Okay, so 32.2 feet per 1 second. I'm going to start, I don't care if you cancel the feet first or the seconds first. I don't care.
Times 60.
Well, who canceled the seconds first? Who canceled feet first? All right, I'll cancel seconds first, right? So 60 seconds
I now understand.
in 1 minute, right?
21.
Well, wait, I don't want minutes, I want what? Hours, so what?
60 minutes an hour.
60 minutes to 1 hour. So now now I got my hours, I need miles, right? How do I go from feet to miles? Thank you. How am I gonna write it? 1 mile to 5,280 feet. Right? Oh, I didn't want miles. So now my feet cancel and I multiply across the top and across the bottom. And you should get 22 miles per hour.
21.
0.95. The 5 bumps the 9 up, and then bumps the,
Can I
right?
just write that as MPH?
Sure, they're all valid, they're the same. I've been tending to leave it like this, because it's more consistent with what we have here, right? But you understand it can be written like that or MPH or whatever. Okay? Let's look at exercise 6. What do we got here? Factory, liquid ingredient, make their product. 13 quarts every 5 minutes. That looks like a ratio. How many, gallons per hour. Okay, so what do they want to have left? Gallons and hours left. So everything else has to cancel. Does anybody know how many quarts are in a gallon?
Find it out.
Is it 9?
6.
Check your conversion chart. Look at the top and tell me.
4 quarts, because 4 quarts per hour.
Quarter, yeah. See how that works? 4 quarts to 1 gallon. And then we got, the minutes and hours stuff, right? Okay? So we're going to start with what?
13 quarts over 5 minutes.
13 quarts to 5 minutes. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Okay,
1 gallon.
Oh.
1 gallon
Per quart.
to 4 quarts.
Time.
Cancel. Now let's cancel minutes.
Time 60 minutes over 1 hour equals 39 gallons an hour.
So minutes cancel.
I got it wrong.
13 times 60 divided by 5 divided by 4. Yeah?
30.
39 gallons per hour. And we're going to skip number 7, by the way.
Thank you. That's right, I wrote gallons at 60 minutes.
I want to learn about a tractor.
Yeah, me too.
What?
All right, let's go to the Regents questions. So you'll probably need your... You're going to need your conversion charts. Let's take a look at the first one. You got your conversion charts with you?
Yeah.
Okay. So you guys read this over on your own and see if you can set it up. Probably a good idea. The thing that they ultimately want is what in this?
Ounces per week.
Ounces per week. So that's your goal to get to, right? So everything has got to cancel except for ounces and weeks.
34 pints over 1 day. Like that.
That's what you start with, yes, 4 pints over 1 day. And you'll need to cancel out pints, you'll need to cancel out days, and get them into ounces somehow. Check your conversion chart, see what's on there. What'd you get?
64 ounces per week.
Got 64.
I got 32 ounces per week.
I got 448.
448.
Oh, I did it right.
I don't know.
I don't know what I did.
Well, let's figure out what conversions we can use, right? So we're starting with 4 pints over 1 day, right?
Yeah.
So we need to convert pints to what? Pints to what? Ounces. And days to what?
48 ounces.
So, all right, so we know there's 7 days in 1 week, right? Now we got to go to our conversion chart and figure out how to go from pints to ounces. So let's go to the conversion chart.
Wait, okay, so you would do,
I think
did you
2 cups,
multiply
1
by 7 days over a week first, or?
I haven't done it yet. Do you see anything here with pints in it?
1 pint equals 2 cups.
Okay, but I want pints to ounces, right? Do they give us pints and ounces? Okay, they give us 1 pint to 2 cups, right?
And 1 cup is 8 fluid.
So then that's
But
8
then we can go from cups on here. 1 cup, though,
8 cups.
Yeah,
is
8
8
cups
ounces.
is 4 cups.
So they don't give us like directly from pints to ounces,
Yeah.
but we have 2 ratios here, right? 1 pint to 2 cups.
64 ounces of 4 cups.
1 pint, oh, you're getting it, you're short, to 2 cups.
I love this.
And what's the other one was, 1 cup to 8 ounces. And then there's 1 cup, yeah, to 8 ounces, OZ. So now can you do it when you have the proper conversions?
Yeah, I can
Okay. You did. You said 448.
No,
No,
like the
I
way to
said
do
that.
All right, well, what are we gonna start with?
I'll be the teacher.
4 pints.
it. 4P over. one-
PTS pints
Over 1D
over 1 day.
times 7D.
So we're canceling days, all right? Somebody might have started with the pints, but 7 days
Over 1 week.
to 1 week. Okay, so we got weeks. We don't want to cancel weeks. That's what they want, right? Now let's get rid of the days,
No, you can cancel that.
or the pints.
Divide it or
Multiply
times
by,
2 cups over 1 pint.
so now the pints will cancel, and now I got to get rid of cups.
Multiply by 8 ounces over 1 cup. Yeah.
And cups cancel. Multiply 4 times 7 times 2 times 8.
Wait, you didn't cancel out days. You didn't put an extra one.
Oh, sorry. And we don't have to do, you don't have to divide by anything, right?
No.
It's just ones. So 448 ounces per what, week? Yep,
Hey, I got this one right.
outstanding. Look at you.
I'm carrying all the weight of you.
All right, let's move down here. Bamboo plants.
I'm just gonna take a bath.
This might not take that long. It looks simpler.
How many centimeters are in
In a day?
a day?
That's
No.
what you're gonna ask me.
So it's 2 hours, but it's gonna be a spit.
Oh, they want inches per hour. I don't know why that's bunched up like that. So we kind of need to know, if you don't remember, I bet that's on your conversion chart, centimeters and inches.
4.
Yeah. So we're starting with this, and we want this when we get done, inches over hours. It's not any different than any of the other we just did, right?
91 over 1?
91 centimeters over 1 day. 1 day. And we want to get to inches, right? So maybe we're going to cancel centimeters?
Hour?
Or you want to cancel days for, I don't know, whatever.
No, I want to cancel centimeters first.
Okay. You guys see on your conversion chart, the centimeters and inches one?
There's 2.54 centimeters.
Okay, so what would I write here?
2.5.
1 inch.
1 inch over 2.54 centimeters.
So good, that gets our centimeters out of there, and we're left with inches, right? Now we have to deal with the days to get that in hours.
Times 24 over 1 day over 24 hours.
1 day, that's day, over 24 hours. Hours, no, yeah. Days cancel.
So all I needed to do,
So it's 91 divided by 2.54 divided by 24.
It's a number.
Outstanding. What's the number?
It's solved.
Inches per hour. And I guess that's choice 1 up there. All right, real quick, these won't take long. Look at number 3. What were the 5? This should be simple.
Number 1 was the second.
ow!
Yes. That's why I circled it.
What's happening? You guys so.
Serenity, move on to number 3. Yes, I am. Whatever it is. You guys want to do a number 3?
It's already done though.
Pretty much, except for what?
Inches per minute.
It just wants you to multiply and then divide.
It doesn't even do that.
It's
Look at the question. What's the only thing you have to do here for number 3?
You just have to cancel it out, girl.
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 Boys do it too.
Can we see your gender again?
You're the only one here.
This is for
Deegan.
girls only.
Yeah, okay.
Isn't it inches per minute?
What's it gonna be?
4 minutes.
And it's just.
How do you know?
Because the hours cancel and then the miles
Miles
cancel.
cancel.
Hours cancel.
And then the feet.
Miles cancel. And what's left? Choice 4. All right, real quick, number 4.
It's the same thing, girl.
Number 4.
Courts cancel. James is quiet time.
It's kind of the same thing, except what are they looking for?
Cops don't cancel.
What's the question, guys? What's the question? Don't just start looking at, like, I know what everyone just did. They looked at this and they thought they knew what they were doing.
What is incorrectly?
What is,
Or the ratio? Which ratio?
If
yeah,
she was trying
so-
to cancel tablespoons, she did it wrong.
well, then you just read it and then we'll all figure out what went wrong.
Wait, she did that so wrong.
What went wrong?
Everything.
Maybe go start canceling things and see what
The
happens.
1/4 cup over 4 tablespoons.
Yeah.
What's wrong with that?
I need to do
You have to cancel out the cups.
So let's see, the courts will cancel, that looks great.
Mine's cancel.
Pints cancel.
Pints will cancel, wonderful.
That's all that.
Oh, cups won't cancel, right? So what's the problem? This should be
What?
the reciprocal, right?
It should be flipped.
Yeah, I use.
Yes, so what's the,
3.
so that's the incorrect one.
Yup.
Okay.